I mean, I knew my fan base had to be talented just because, you know, y'all are associated with me, so duh, right? But dang, even me with my high hopes and expectations somehow still managed to underestimate y'all. I'll never understand. What is up, YouTube? The long-awaited time has finally come. Y'all know what it is. All the submissions for the Youngblood poetry contest have been received, so now I'm gonna be reacting to the top 5 poems. I hope y'all enjoy. I know I'm finna enjoy, you know what I'm saying? I know I got some talent in the fan base over here, you know what I'm talking about? So, and I'm glad these top 5 finalists are gonna start getting the recognition they deserve if they haven't already gotten it in the past, all right? And remember, those of you watching, the viewers, you are gonna be the judges for this, all right? I'm gonna put the top 5 finalists in a poll, and y'all will choose who you think the winner should be, and the winner will receive $100 worth of Poet Life gear for free, all right? So that could be, you know, that could be a shirt, jacket, beanie, whatever. And you have until the 30th of July to vote, so make sure to do that as soon as possible. Let's get started.
One who is born to discern the beauty in the darkest and ugliest of places. It is knowing not to tempt it out, but only to watch and admire. It is hearing the songs in the rain and the wind, and pouring lifeblood through the quill onto the page.
Ooh, okay, I like this. One who is born to discern the beauty in the darkest and ugliest of places. That is a poet right there. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, dang. It is hearing the songs in the rain and the wind. Some of the best observers of nature I know are in fact poets. And yeah, they'll be able to hear music and like random aspects of nature. That's real. Pouring the lifeblood through the quill onto the page. Let's go, let's go.
It is hiding in the darkness to consort with the demons and dancing with the shadows of the moon.
Ooh!
It is to think and to notice. It is to gaze into the forbidden and laugh at life's curses and gifts. It is an arc of color into a world that is otherwise gray and occasionally...
Oh my God. It is an arc of color in a world that is otherwise gray. Y'all, you can't make this stuff up. It's true. It's true. That is the poet life right there. Dang, hold up. Okay, I gotta go back. Some of that was sounding real fire.
Think and to notice. It is to gaze into the forbidden and laugh at life's curses and gifts. It is an arc of color into a world that is otherwise gray and occasionally unforgiving of the luminescent souls splashing into the unlighted spaces.
Oh my God. Dang. And I think that's one of the most beautiful things about poetry, right? Poetry can often be used to raise awareness and shed light on people who are struggling with certain things that are often left in darkness. You know what I'm talking about? Man, for real, for real. This was so beautifully written. Oh my God.
No, I'm not a writer.
Okay.
That intro is sweet.
Define poetry.
Define poetry.
Define poetry.
Define poetry.
Poetry is.
Poetry life. Poetry is.
Poetry life.
Poetry is. Poetry life.
My life as a poet.
Is.
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 In an effort to define poetry life, I found myself in this alternate reality, thinking of poetry as this masterful artistry, this muse of movement in the lyricism of the words in which we speak.
Whoa. Yo, I don't know, so much work was put into this one. Hold up. And that was beautiful. Now we gotta go back. And I love the ad-libs from the other people in the intro. Yo, that's sweet. That's sweet.
My life as a poet.
Is.
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 In an effort to define poetry life, I found myself in this alternate reality, thinking of poetry as this masterful artistry, this muse of movement in the lyricism of the words in which we speak. I found myself frustrated for days trying to come up with the ways to explain poetry life, as if poetry and life are two separate entities that poets have somehow twined together by speaking so eloquently about the birds and the bees. But the more I ponder...
I'm sorry. Yo, okay, hold up. Oh my God. I gotta go back.
Separate entities that poets have somehow twined together by speaking so eloquently about the birds and the bees. But the more I pondered, the more I really understood that there is no life without poetry. For me, poetry is the definition of waking. It's taking a breath, unprompted, walking the streets undaunted. It's tapping our feet to the rhythm of our own beat.
Yo, yes, bro. Sister, thank you. Yes. Oh my God. Let me go back for the ones who didn't hear that.
Poetry. For me, Poetry is the definition of waking. It's taking a breath, unprompted, walking the streets undaunted. It's tapping our feet to the rhythm of our own beat. It's the unexplainable explained, the drainage of the drained. It's an eerie kind of strange. It's moving our bodies in waves, overlapping the ways in which we were taught to move. Poetry, defined in life, is beyond measure. It's meters running in meters, moving the messages from the minds of dreamers, the truth seekers.
Bro, whoa, stop! I'm sorry. Bro, I'm sorry. Yo, what is actually happening right now? This is so well written. Ah, man. And yeah, truth seekers, real talk. Man, people who move to the rhythm of their own beat. That's what I'm talking about, y'all.
Poetry, defined in life, is beyond measure. It's meters running in meters, moving the messages from the minds of dreamers, the truth seekers. Poetry breaks up the mediocrity with an apothecary of melodies, forming the words like the treasure sunken in the octave C. Poetry life is more than a byline. It's more than a dope rhyme. It's more than flowers and colors. It's about time and how there isn't much left. So we cling to the things that are beautiful, like poetry, and how everything beyond our imagination is a mystery, and how the most mundane things are the things we grow to miss the most. It's elementary. A life without poetry is dead to me.
Oh my God. Yo, I'm at a loss for words. I got, oh man, the goosebumps are real, y'all. The goosebumps are real. Wow. Yo, we got some talent out here. We got some talent here in this fan base, y'all. I'm telling you.
There stands the poet. The life of a poet is a life well noted, where the fleeting moments once floated and toted memories and dreams are now eroded. There stands our poet.
Hold up. Dang. He really went in, got the jazz beat going at the start. There stands the poet. The life of a poet is a life well noted. That was sweet. That was sweet. Yeah. Hold up.
The life of a poet is a life well noted, where the fleeting moments once floated and toted memories and dreams are now eroded. There stands our poet. And you will note that the throat is the conduit through which all man's voice is heard. That spoken word serving what souls, hearts, and minds alike burningly yearn for. The things that we turn towards, our timeless concern for life's journeys from which we all learn more.
Jeez. Yo. Oh my God. Yeah, a poet's instrument really is their throat. You know what I'm saying? When you spit in that spoken word, that is the conduit through which that poetry is shared. Real talk. Yikes, this is nuts. Life journeys from which we all learn more.
Unfurling meanings like words of wisdom in the wind, discerning the bends where endings begin and our beginnings end. Poetry.
Hold up. Okay, if y'all watched my previous video, I brought up the concept of chiasmus. Chiasmus occurs when you take a phrase and then flip it, you reverse it, right? So you had like the end of beginnings and then beginnings end. That is an example of chiasmus. I wish I saw it more in poetry and rap. I do see it sometimes. We're seeing it here. It's a very effective tool, y'all.
Our timeless concern for life's journeys from which we all learn more. Unfurling meanings like words of wisdom in the wind.
Oh, I just caught that alliteration. Words of wisdom in the wind? Ooh, that was kind of nice. That was nice.
Discerning the bends where endings begin and our beginnings end. Poetry's presence stands tall, recalling it all, recollecting our collection of experiences, resurrecting the essence of our being, be it through the lyrical scheming or rapid reactive rhymes. Poets tell our long-tailed tales that sail the seas of time.
Yo! I love how he's like breaking up words, being, and then the rapid reactive rhymes, the alliteration there. And then poets tell our long-tail tales that sail the seas of time. Oh my goodness, that's insane. Tell, tale, and then tales. This is beautiful. And it's not just like lyrically flexing without having meaning. Obviously, the poetic devices he's using are incredible, but he's also making sense, right? And that matters.
There stands the poet. And the life of a poet is well noted, Where the fleeting moments once floated and toted memories and dreams have now eroded, there stands our poet.
Okay, so I see that's a refrain. Like the repetition of that stanza, that's gonna act as the sort of like chorus in the poem. I like that, I like that.
The written word breaking us free from our mental prisons, deriving deep descriptions, those potent prescriptions of inventiveness, stylizing and clarifying our actions like adverbs, ameliorating our sentences. If artists are to draw on the canvas of space and drum rhythms fill the canvas of time, then the poets take both to deeper depths, singing syncopated pics on the canvases of our minds. They depict our deepest pleasures, fears, hopes, interests, instincts, endeavors. A poet's words reap rewards and service eternal, pass from one journal to the next, to the next, to the nexus. Yes, it's their words that live forever. Yes, it's a poet's life that lives forever. There stands the poet. Your lives are duly noted, and where fleeting moments once floated and toted memories and dreams have now eroded, there we will always have our poets.
Yo, did you see what he did at the end? He added that picture of me when I performed that one poem, Reconciliation, on my channel. That was wow, that was sweet.
Where is the poet? Are they in the library or at the club? Do they spend time in the street or nights lost in love? Which instrument do they select? To which beat do they march? Do they shout from the rooftops or whisper in the dark?
Ooh, all good questions. All very good questions.
The beat is the spirit, the instrument is all breath. It leads one to great heights and takes one to great depths.
You got the antithesis between height and depth, like the opposites there, but then you also have the rhyme, like the internal rhyme that's really sweet. And then obviously the whole idea of like our instrument being the breath we utilize. I mean, what more is there to say, y'all?
To great depths. In death it leads on, in struggle it empowers from one's first elation even to one's final hour. To where does it go and from whence does it come? El alma vive siempre. It goes on and on, a struggle of small battles like a game of eternal ping pong.
Bro! Okay, this is clean. This is nice. This is nice.
And on, a struggle of small battles like a game of eternal ping pong. Sing song, fight strong, live long, the cards you are dealt like tiles of mahjong. It's not...
Yo! He could have gone for the more common metaphor of like the cards you're dealt, but instead he did the tiles you're given in mahjong, right? Well done.
It's not what you have nor what you do not. It is a perspective by which you view life, a reflection of one's blessings like a meal with friends over hot pot. With freedoms unbound nor quantified, the poet does not look different on the outside or external. A passion that cannot be extinguished nor talent petrified, their heart beats steady with a burst eternal. A fire that kindles grace, a forced smile making pain displace. A constant symphony, a heavenly foretaste, without needing to proselytize. It is not the voice that makes the poet. Rather, it is the eyes.
Oh! Yo! Oh my God! Yo, that was nice. Yes. And honestly, it really is the eyes in a lot of ways, because we often depict as poets the world around us, and what's the major way in which we absorb that? It's through our eyes. Yo, wow.
Humanity is defined as all human beings collectively, the human race. Humanity is defined as the quality of being humane, kindness, benevolence, goodwill. We may not be perfect, but still there is good to be found in every one of us. That person right in front of us is composed of the same flesh and bone that our own bodies house.
Honestly, like we are all family, y'all. We're not so different if you really think about it.
That person right in front of us is composed of the same flesh and bone that our own bodies house. We all arrive into this world in a very similar state, innocent, loud, beautiful. And though we all grow in unique and individual ways, each one of us stays beautiful.
Facts. Each one of us stays beautiful.
In appearance as well as in heart. We are divine works of art that double as sentient entities, complex identities that have the propensity to boast our own density.
Dang, why y'all so poetic? I'm sorry, the way y'all be layering rhymes? I gotta say, I could learn a thing or two from y'all, real talk. I really could.
As well as in heart. We are divine works of art that double as sentient entities, complex identities that have the propensity to boast our own density and downplay so often the utter immensity of our amazing potential. Humanities is defined as literature, language, philosophy, art, etc. So no matter the dialect or debate, by sweat of the brow or by fate, we are human and therefore we are art. We are a spark set ablaze in poetry. We are life born into culture. We are culture birthed by our breath. We are passion and depth. We are more than mere mortals here waiting for death.
I see what he's doing, because I was wondering, okay, this sounded really amazing and I'm loving this, but where's it going, right? If humans are art and poetry is art, he's making this link between humanity and poetry almost as if they're mirror images of one another, like they're one and the same.
We are the meeting ground and matrimony between all dichotomies. We are where good meets evil, where laughter knows grief, where darkness finds light, where wrongs learn their rights. We are the prodigy offspring of chaos and peace. The universe expands infinitely in every direction, which means at any odd second, each one of us stands at the middle of all things in existence. And at the center of all lies the truth. We are everything and nothing all the same. Yet we remain more than a body or name. We are joy never ending. We are sorrow and strife. We are human, art, beauty, poetry. We are poet life.
Bro, yo, that was amazing. What? Oh my God. And one thing I enjoyed the most is that even when I couldn't see where it was going at first, I was loving the ride he was taking me on, right? And it's very hard to do that as a writer, to have your readers or listeners go on a ride and not really know where the destination is, and then to like hit them with it at the end, but it all makes sense in hindsight. Well done. That was nice. All right, y'all, I really hope you enjoyed all of these. I found them to be amazing. Thank you for everyone who submitted. I mean, I knew my fan base had to be talented just because, you know, y'all are associated with me, so duh, right? But dang, even me with my high hopes and expectations somehow still managed to underestimate y'all. I'll never understand. Even those who didn't become a finalist, y'all did amazing. There were some people who submitted whose poems were actually as good as some of these finalists. However, they didn't fit all the guidelines, maybe like, remember how I said no cursing, no expletive language, things like that. Yeah, and then there were some other people who had amazing poems, but it didn't quite fit the theme. And maybe that's why you didn't get in either. The point is, I loved every submission we received, and I can't thank y'all enough for participating in this contest, all right? So again, thank you so much. Viewers, make sure to vote, all right? I cannot wait to see what y'all got, all right? I'm really excited for this. All right, with that out the way, deuces.